This
a small document.
conference will now be recorded.
Sorry?
For only I can try for a small document, maybe on the changes which are happening on the V4 side. That is the maximum I can do from my perspective. But what I think is like it will take little time for the actual changes to be available for
I heard a
training.
lot back because they're not going to use an access sequence, they're not going to use any pricing
Yeah, yeah,
procedure,
yeah.
everything is getting changed.
Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
so have you heard anything like that? Or like, are you aware of this or no? You
Yeah,
also
yeah, yeah.
listening?
Yeah, it's like condition calculation bucket is introduced, condition contracts is introduced. So I believe most of the SDS for HANA functionality is being used. Access sequence, everything is removed. Yes, yeah, that is true. So high level details I have, like what other things are changing. Maybe I will just refresh and I'll try to share with you. I can do that. Yes. Only high level I have actually. In system, I'm not sure if I can show you.
Did you work in formulas? Have you worked in formula before?
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll tell you how and why we'll use formulas. Yes, I can tell you.
No, that
Yes.
yeah, formula was there. We have currently we are using formula, but we'll be shifting from the formula to this one like
Business
business.
yes, sir.
Yeah, business script and all we'll be using that.
So
So
business existing formulas, no need to change anything. For if you want to write a new formula, then you will be using business script. That is it. Or you are saying
but
you
you
will be you are saying you will be completely migrating to business script. That's what you're saying.
so that's why I'm asking. And see, we have formula in ECC, but when we'll be shifting to V4,
Okay.
so in
Uh-huh.
that case, yeah, we are doing lift and shift. So in that case, we can go with directly everything new to the where business script level. Or otherwise, we'll copy, we'll put there in formula. Then there is no point putting the old technology there. Am I right? Old this one.
No, no, no. The thing here is like existing functionality. The basic thing in any technology is like existing functionality shouldn't be disturbed, right? So the formulas which you have defined that should be holding good. Business script is basically, as far as I know, it is only the front end tool where you can write a new formula. Okay, so previously we used to write using formula builder, and now for better ease of use and better visibility, Vistex has come up with business script. That is it. So
So
backend as far
okay, do you work? Did you work in both the scenarios?
yes,
So
yeah,
give you
yeah,
example. You can you give you example like in formula also, and you can same thing you can do in the business script also.
yeah, yeah. I'll check and I will share details with you. Definitely, I can do that. Yes. Recently, I didn't do, but previously, 1 year back, I did changes on script actually. Yeah, let me just check and get back on it. So what I'm basically trying to say is like both are same, functionality same, only the front end UI is changing.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
far as
yeah, yeah.
EC,
I know.
yeah, as far
Mm.
as ECC is concerned, so for V4 HANA, you're saying it might change. So you are saying you want to remove all the formulas and go with the business script, or is it fine to keep
Yeah,
the
yes,
formulas
yes,
as
yes.
is?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is your doubt, right? Yeah, I'll check that. Yeah, don't worry, I'll check and I can confirm on it for V4. Okay, yeah, I'll check that. Yes. But V4
Okay.
I can't help. V4 details I can't much help because I too didn't get much exposure on that. So that we have to be clear right now. Yeah. Pneumatic setup I can explain.
Which one
Business script.
numeric?
Yeah, yeah. Instead of bucket, you said you are using pneumatics, right? So how it can be set up, everything I can configuration I can explain. So similarly, business script we'll try to see how it is, how we will set up. But before, I can't help much actually. Yes, why? Because it is new for me also. Yeah.
Okay, so currently we have LIS. Currently we have
Okay.
LIS, but when we're shifting to V4, we're planning to go with numerics. So,
Okay.
so right now,
So
yeah, the data what is there, I think we'll be uploading through numerics upload utility.
okay.
So
You
I
want
think
to
so that
upload
with
on
the
top.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
upload those existing this one. So balance. What is the volume? Or I don't know. Means I'll go through like what will the approach and also. Anyway, so are you going through? Are you means explaining flexi flexible group or no?
No, no. Flexible group is one would explain. Okay.
Okay,
I can.
only bill this one, huh? Okay, you're not saying flexible. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, so I was just thinking about the scenario which you're talking. So, existing setup you don't have to change as far as LIC is concerned. It will be like that. Okay, legacy data will be like that. But going forward, I think we can use the bucket.
You
Okay.
see, I am having a year. So
Yeah.
what is happening? Like, let's say I have scenarios there. I am having previous volumes are there in LIS now, and after
Yeah.
live,
Yeah.
those agreements and all the chances are there. Those transactions are there is getting repriced.
Okay.
So, but it's a new system in V4. It will be a new system,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and we are not bringing our old invoice and old IPs. We are not bringing there. But
Okay.
let's say we have a reprice option, then
Mhm.
how we can do means anyway means
So, before implementation, it started or is it over?
no, we are going to do now.
We are going to do now. Okay. So, for the approach, you are just trying to understand. Okay. So, S4 is completed.
Yeah.
Which version? 1809,
17.
1709. Okay. Yeah, yeah, let me just give me some time. I'll try to gather some information on it. Yeah, I'll check. Okay. So yesterday, basically, we were discussing on the building blocks for the transaction process. So as I was mentioning earlier, we are having two processes in Vistex, right? So one is the transactional model and the composite model. So in transactional, what we are doing is like we process the document individually. In the sense, we accrue it individually. Similarly, we settle it individually. Okay. So for that, we are having like these are the building blocks for transaction. Okay. So so these components are the building blocks for transaction process. So first one is the agreement request type. So agreement request type is nothing but it is like a container wherein you try to feed in all the values of the agreement. Okay? So this is not the actual. This doesn't allow you to create the actual contract. Okay, so this is used only for change log or approval process. Okay, so here we can create all the necessary details and we can have one approval flow attached linked to it. So once that approval flow is complete, then when we post this agreement request, then the actual agreement is created. Okay, so for the actual agreement to create, we have to define the agreement type. So step one here, which I'm talking about, that is the agreement request type. This is not mandatory. Okay, this is optional. Okay, but second one, agreement type, that is compulsory to define the actual contract. So that is step two. Okay. So similarly, to create the actual Vistex rebate document, we have to define the IP type. Okay. For IP type, there are again three parts are there. So first one is the define IP type, and then again the next one is we have to define the header criteria. Similarly, we have to define the item criteria. Okay. So these are the things which are related to the IP type. Similarly, to make this work and for pricing to calculate the prices, so we need to define the pricing procedure. Okay, so that is one more thing. So before defining the pricing procedure, we have to identify all the possible cases, right? So example, I am just trying to will try to make this scenario work. Okay. So this is the scenario which I am planning to set up in sales rebate. So for this to work, we have to first define the conditions, all the conditions. I am planning for four conditions. Similarly, four access sequence and four tables. So this we have to first define. So then we will link this with the pricing procedure. Similarly, these conditions they should be part of our agreement also, right? So these are also linked to our agreement. Okay, so then we try to create the IP document. So then we will do the accrual and then we do the settlement. Okay. Okay, so these are the building blocks for a transaction process. Similarly, when we are talking about the target based or volume based, apart from these components, additional components also we have to create. Okay, so that will be like the bucket type, so bucket profile. So these two bucket type and bucket profile are linked to bucket configuration. Okay, so bucket is nothing but similar to LIS or pneumatics. It is a data repository. Okay, so that you can that one you can configure. So here only the all IP document data in buckets, all the IP document data is captured and loaded here and kept here. So when we want to run the tracking at the end of the month, okay, so then we will be using the deployment code. Okay, so this we call it as a plan. Okay, so at the end of the month, what we are trying to do is like we are trying to see if for a particular agreement. In this agreement, we have customer C1. Okay, so does he reach the target of like $100K? Okay, so we try to capture the sales value, sales quantity, and bring it over to the deployment code. Okay, that is deployment code. This plan is called as composite process, right? So we try to bring all the sales value, invoice quantity to the composite process. Okay, there what we'll do is that we'll try to validate whether he has reached the target or not. For that, we will check, and if he has reached, then we'll give the rebate. Okay, we can have slabs also, slab based or scales based approach here. Okay,
So let's say,
yeah,
uh, so subcomponent. What is that subcomponent? Okay, subcomponent you have put there. Oh,
yeah.
you have put.
These two are part of the deployment code, right? Yeah. So this is part one and this is part two. These deployment component and subcomponent we create and we link it with the
Okay,
deployment
can you
code.
put a little more conditions there? The pricing procedure, this one. Okay, let's this one no 1, 2, 3, 4. What you have put no?
Yeah,
Like eligible cost, eligible rate, and all. Customer and this one. If you can put something like mm, any sites or any plant or anything, whatever you are putting. And
okay.
uh, so why I'm saying this? So based on this one, the subcomponent will be having the different variety actually you can have.
Yes, I know. Yeah,
So you can put okay, one is eligible customer. You put this is okay, and you can put depot or hub or site, whatever you can put it, or article category or material group, whatever you put. No,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
this is eligible plant.
Or your site, it is site in your retail case, it will be site, right? Yeah. Plant or
Yes, right.
site.
Okay,
So,
cost plant and okay, and you are saying material group rebate. In this case, that should be also part of your eligibility. Am I right? Material group, if you're putting rebate there, then it should be eligible first. Are you? Then you have to put the material group somewhere, the first two or three somewhere.
not required
Be-
because it will filter now. So here
Ha,
eligibility, what we'll do is like generic to specific we will go. Okay,
sorry.
so from generic to specific we'll be going. Okay, so if the
Yeah,
thing
but
which
if we don't have a
okay, you
material
want
group there, how it will come to for your rebate? Let's say it first it has to be means what I'm trying to say. It has to be determined, am I right? Metal group is active or not? Means it is allowed,
So,
is there
so
or not?
Sunil,
If
I
not,
think
yeah, Mark,
correct.
yeah, yeah. I tell
no,
me.
I think what he's trying to say is first it has to be eligible, then there should be
Yeah,
a
then only you
qualification,
can put a
and
rebate.
then
Yeah.
there should be a benefit.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is fine. Yeah. Understand. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, one second. Yeah, that is fine. Okay. You want me to add middle group also? I'll add. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever you are putting the rate, the same
But
thing
then
you can
only,
have.
right? If you don't put in under eligibility, then they will not be eligible to, or they don't qualify, or they don't get the benefit.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You can put a material or metal group. One combination you can put it there. So we can have in one.
Or
We
actually,
can have
there
both.
could
Yeah.
be group, subgroup, flexible group, region. Could be more lot of things under eligibility.
Eligible material. You can put a slash or article both. Yeah. You can have in that one. We will be having both. Either you can maintain metal group or you can maintain article or material. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So how this you are the same condition how you are saying initialize using initialize technique. Huh?
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
using
Yeah. Yeah.
flexible.
Yeah. Yes. We see. We
Okay.
cannot have both the things in one row. Either
Hmm.
one or either material group or material you can have.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
That.
And it's fine. And yeah, perfect. Now you can put all these rebates. You can put rebate based on the customer, rebate based on plant, rebate based on article, article, and rebate based on at agreement level itself. So you can have 4 level of rebates.
Sorry. Come again. Come again.
Now this is the eligibility. Am I right? One, two, three,
Yeah. Yeah.
four. Now
One
is
to
all
three. 1 to 3 are eligibilities.
okay. Yeah. Then we should have three. This one rebates.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So, yeah.
So you can put customer rebate. Second, you can
Ah,
put. Sorry, this is
so,
when you're saying
side.
customer. This is yes, and you can put article or article what? Yeah, and seventh one will be agreement.
Okay. You want to have one generic case also. Okay.
Yes, general because wide open, am I right? So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, fine.
And we should also have settlement partner, right?
Yeah. We have it as a separate tab in the
Settlement
agreement.
partner agreement say this is
Here not required.
customer, na eligible customer. What is a settlement partner?
So there could be we pay a rebate to maybe
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
parent customer, not the eligible customer.
This is who is module you are showing bill back or purchase rebate? What you are showing? This is sales rebate.
Sales. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
sales
customer
rebate.
rebate. Okay. So the customer is there, no eligible customer. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
the recipient of the IP document, so for him only it will be settled anyway. Okay, so that we can
Yeah.
maintain
So
the terms of settlement also.
yeah, you can
Yes.
put one exclusion if you want. 8. It will be before 5. It will be
Yeah, yeah,
before 4. Sorry, it will be before 4.
Before 4 years.
yeah, yeah.
Before 4,
To be
you
step
can put
4 years.
exclusion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put one exclusion. Will put it. So whatever exclusion you can put it. Yep. Okay, fine. Okay,
Yeah, okay.
fine. And when you're saying this rebate, customer rebate, site rebate, it can be both percentage and quantity, am I right? Both. It will handle both, am I right? The 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay,
It will
based
handle
on
both.
the
Customer rebate, site rebate, might be it is volume based, sorry, might be percentage based, or might be quantity based.
It's always other and percentage, right?
Yeah, both, yeah. It can handle both.
so yeah, in agreement you're saying we can flip the calculation type. So based on the detail change, that's what you're saying, right?
Yes. All, yeah, the 5, 6, 7, 8, yes.
Yeah, I
You
understand.
can,
We will
we
try.
can. We'll do that. Yeah. Okay. Conversion. So now, okay, now agreement setup. What we can do for your settlement? How you want to settle it?
Yeah, document level, individual document level, in the workbench at document
No,
level.
no, no. But that is see document level. You mean to say every transaction level you want to settlement?
Yeah, yeah. This is the first one.
The
There
transaction
are two
model with the
processes. Yeah, yeah. So there are two models, right? So one is transactional and one is composite. So first one I was discussing on the transaction model. This one.
It's
Okay.
correct.
So
We will settle, but let's say we are settling every week or monthly once. Okay, it will consider all the transactions, but monthly it
yes,
will settle because otherwise you will be charging vendor every day or customer every day. They may not want. So we'll be putting
yeah,
some
yeah,
settlement frequency somewhere.
yeah, yeah. Background job will set up, right? Yeah, in
period
background
profile.
job we'll say like weekly job or monthly job. So when that runs, it will automatically pick the valid IP documents and it will settle, right? Yes.
We do have something called period profiles that we have created.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a CPD and period to date and I think CPD current period to date.
Yeah, those things we can use for composite process, am I right? PTD and
Yes.
CPD.
Right,
Yes.
right,
Yes.
right.
So basically, that is nothing. Period profile is nothing but our fiscal year variant. Okay. So previously, FI normal one fiscal year variant we were using, right? So Vistex came up with the period profile similar to the fiscal year variant. That's yeah. So that is fine. Yeah, we can discuss on period profile also. Flexible group, I'll
Yeah,
try
yeah,
to.
yeah. That we can keep for our composite process.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
now for the transactional, you can put something. Transactional, you can put. Okay, let's say it is monthly settlement. So if you have anything settlement calendar or something, we can put monthly there. So based on that, we'll maintain. Okay. Means,
yeah. So individual document level settlement, it basically depends on the
yeah, yeah, no,
how
it
this
will
how,
settle. No, it will settle for each transaction. That I
yeah,
got it. But we should settle.
Payment to
What I'm trying to
customer.
say, occurrences frequency. We should not settle because once you're settling it, it means what? Let's say today I'm settling it. It means
amount is
today
going to the customer.
one deduction it will or deduction or charges will go to the
Yes,
customer. Am I right? You
yes,
don't
yes,
want to do every day. So because you will be sending a bill to customer or vendor.
yes,
So
yes,
there
yes.
be they want to see something periodic. Might be monthly, might be weekly or semi-annually or whatever it is. So we'll maintain
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is like in transactional control is with the background job only. Okay. So
Hmm.
there is nothing, no control like we have in period profile. Like in period profile, we can have like monthly, quarterly, semi-annual or annual, right? Here the
Hmm.
control is with the background job only. So based on the agreement with the customer or vendor, you can set up the background job for doing the settlements. So that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Okay. You are saying okay, but we have the settlement frequency in agreement. What is the use of that settlement
Yeah,
frequency? Or we don't
yeah.
have. I can't.
In agreement, we have only terms and settlement. Okay. We have terms
Oh,
and
okay. Okay.
settlement,
Okay.
not the. You will see that is fine. We'll check on that also.
Okay.
1 second.
And you are explaining us in SP5 or somewhere at least some ECC side at least latest. Am I right? SP5 system or which
So
system?
this is SP1. So the main changes in Vistex are mostly related to the HANA and the Fiori, those things actually. From ECC standpoint, not much has changed. So we are good with this system. We are good actually. So I I have set up a few scenarios for transaction and it was working fine. Composite also I was able to set up, but a few issues are there. Okay,
Because
so
there are
from
some challenges in the calculation run and also those things will.
okay, yeah, will from a understanding point, if you are clear, then from a, we can just check it. We can just explore to make it work in our system, right? So process wise, if you are clear, then it should be fine. What you say? System is fine. For transaction, it is working as expected. Few issues are there with postings actually. So composite, what happened is like bucket updation tracking screen is fine, but the values are somehow not coming in tracking in the test system. Okay, so that is one challenge we have here. Other than that,
No,
it's
it's
fine
not
actually.
coming means it is not configured properly or what?
So that's what I'm just checking. For one process I have set up, so it was values are not coming in the sense from bucket to tracking deployment code, they are not transferring actually. Configuration wise, it was good. So I'm just trying to understand if there is any dependency somewhere. Yeah, that is fine. We can just check it. No issues with that. Okay. Anyway, both of you are having live system, right? So shouldn't be much problem to explore. So what I'm saying is this system is similar to the from a ECC standpoint. This is fine. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Test system. So first we'll try to quickly create the conditions. Okay. So we'll give the naming as I'm just trying to identify the tables. Okay, so they are already defined. With this, some of the combinations are already defined. So I'm just trying to use them. Sales T, customer 5 and 3. Okay, we'll create one for client. So
So, Sunil, here one question.
yeah,
Okay. Let's say what you're putting in the this condition. Okay. Your agreement, this one, am I right? So you have put
yeah,
site. Let's say in some cases you have 10 sites or 15 sites or whatever. Let's say you have
yeah.
you are selling through 100 sites. Do you want to put
Okay.
100 sites there? Do you have any functionality? Can you pass something like all? Means it will consider everything. So, but it need to be filled up. But we cannot pass a blank value there. So, can you put add a characteristics to the rules? At least if you put that, it means any customers it is eligible for that agreement. Are you getting me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're saying if you're adding 100 plants, you're adding, and
There is no point adding 100 sites
yeah,
to
yeah,
that
yeah.
rules, am I right?
So in that case, what you have to do is like you have to go
Yeah.
with the
Hmm.
sales org or something like that. Okay. Different eligibility. That is the only option. Other option is like you need to have you
But in
need to
that case,
maintain
what you're
that.
losing, but we have to put, okay, sales org, we can put it, but in company wise, we cannot put a sales org label because let's say we have, let's say you have 100 sites, but
Yeah,
in some you requirement might be there, okay, you want to put all hundreds for some agreements, might be for some agreements you have 4 or 5 sites. So in that case, 4 5 sites, okay, you can put it, all right? And it also to cater 100 sites. In that case, how we are going to do it? We cannot put that blank, am I right? So
Yeah,
even
yeah.
though you have sales org at the higher level, but how to filter those five if you don't have that site? And if you have that eligibility, you have to enter. Otherwise, it won't go to the below level then.
Yes, yes. You'll discuss. Yeah, sure. I understand what you're saying. So for that, what we have to do is like we need to identify a different parameter, okay, which will cover all these sites, meaning higher level for the plant, okay, for the 100 sites which you're talking. So that is the only option I see. Otherwise, we can also do like you can maintain all these in one custom table. From there, you have to read using logic. That is another option which you can do actually. Little complex actually. So for this one, I'm not sure how to define both in the same condition. I did it long back and I don't remember. So for now, what I'm doing is like I want to split it into two conditions. Okay, third one,
Mm.
or maybe we'll have you can have like eligible material group will have, okay, that is fine, right? We'll have material group, and similarly we'll have material group to get. Okay, this will be. This part is similar, but when we define the access sequence and condition type, so that is completely different from how we do in SD. Okay, so that will be completely different. I believe you might have seen it, but we'll try to go in detail.
So now you're trying to define the condition table, Sunil here.
Yeah, yes, yes. So first, 513 is already there, right? So I used an existing table. Similarly, 709 is also there with these two fields. That is so that I captured. Now I'm trying to define table for this one. Okay, Kurmaiji Matkal material group. So with your business cases are like very complex and it's giving you a lot of exposure, I believe. So this year ever, right? So here I selected local object, meaning these changes are not captured in any transport. Okay, so we can transfer from one system to another system, but in real time, we'll be capturing in a transport, right? So from dev to quality to production. So here I'm trying to define the exclusion table. Okay. So one important main thing in Vistex is like if you observe, so for all the fields I'm prefixing with Kunma ID. Okay. So in Vistex, for all the rules to be visible in the agreement, they have to be preceded with Kunma ID. Okay. Otherwise, we can't see them in the contract. Okay. So that is one important thing. So for every combination table which you are defining, you have to prefix with Kunma ID sales field.
What did you say, Sunil? I didn't get that.
Yeah, I'll explain. One second. So basically, what I'm trying to say is like if you see these conditions, so 513, 515, 516, 517. So all these are preceded with sales field, right? That is Kunmaizi. Okay. So, but if you are using the same condition table in SD, we will be defining it as only with KUNNR. Okay, the first field, okay, the actual field, customer or material group, right? So, but for them to be used in Vistex. So all the fields they should be preceded with this sales deal. Okay. So for every
Oh,
Vistex condition, we have to add sales deal. That's what I'm trying to say.
okay. So we can reuse these condition tables, right? So since you just
Okay.
use search for
Yes.
those existing tables and you're just adding it.
Yes. Tables we can use this.
Also being used by some other access sequence.
Yes. Okay. So this one now we can use the same table. Okay. So that is 513. So similarly here we can use 709 for material group. We can use 516. Okay, so tables we are fine. Now we will define the access sequence. So I am using the transaction useless 07. Okay, so we will define the access sequence. So first one is I'm going with number sequence. That is easy for us, I believe. So
So here okay, this customer rebate, this one number 5, this customer with rebate, am I right? Both the field, na? Number 5.
yeah, customer level rebate percentage rebate at customer level. So if the
Yeah.
based on the PR 00 value example. Okay, yeah, that's how we'll do define. So 10 is nothing but the serial number, right? So table is the actual table which we defined right now. So the important thing here is like initially, as this is our first condition, so main eligibility. So in this case, our agreement is already not determined, right? So here, what we'll do is like we'll make this field as not relevant for access. Okay, so we'll keep this as B. So this is important in the first for the first condition.
What is this B represents?
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is like
So Sunil, can you just take a step back because this is the first time I'm looking at this configuration, right? So
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
if
yeah.
the
I'll
team
explain now. Don't worry,
already.
I'll explain.
Yeah,
I'll
thanks.
explain. So if you see here, it's I selected B. So what it says is like key field not allowed for access. So here what we in our table we're having two fields, right? Sales deal, Convise and Konara. Okay.
Okay.
So how it is like this is how it is actually. So this is the actual table, right? So initially it's like this. So but for when the Vistex pricing is running for the first time, so it is not having the agreement, right? Still the agreement is not determined. So what we are saying is like in the first step, just ignore the agreement, okay, and search only with the corner. Okay. So what system will do is like it will try to go with this customer and it will search different agreements. Okay, wherever he is there, it will try to bring pull all those agreements. Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
got it right. So initially we are telling ignore the agreement field and search only with the customer. Why? Because agreement is still not determined, right? So in this step, what it will try to do is like it will try to gather all the agreements. If the customer is in multiple agreements or something like that, it will try to pull the agreements. Okay. So from the next step, it will try to filter it. Okay. So here it is like generic to specific, right? So we are trying to filter from generic to specific. Okay. So once you see the price,
Mm.
once we go further step by step, you'll understand. Okay. For now,
Yep.
try to remember like as initially the agreement is not available with the system, it won't be available with the system. So we are just telling the system to bypass it. That's what we are doing. Okay.
Okay.
So we define the access sequence. Similarly, now we'll try to define the condition type. Okay. So this is an existing condition. We can use this. I'll explain what are the different controls here. So I'm just trying to copy it. Okay, so here we will be giving our access sequence, which we just defined. So that is ZI21. Okay, so I saved it. So here what we are telling the system is basically like we are telling the system that the condition is a eligibility condition. Okay, so for system to take it as a eligibility condition, we have to keep the condition class as H. Okay, here it's nothing but we are saying we are determining the sales deal. Okay, H. Okay. So this is the standard configuration for eligible condition. Okay, for all the eligibility conditions, if you see in our example, we are having like 1, 2, 3 are the eligible conditions, right? So for all these three conditions, we will be maintaining H and G. Okay. That is the main control. For now, I think we are good. Okay.
What is the calculation type?
Yeah, 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 one second. Yeah, yeah. So this tells like whether
So is it determination? So that's what is putting they have put formula there.
yeah, yeah. So to determine the contract, we put as G. Okay, so for it is rebates, we'll take like percentage rebate or quantity rebate. These values will select. Next conditions you'll understand. Okay. So for blind tool is like for all the eligible conditions, it should be HG. Okay. Similarly, we'll create. So this is I'm trying to define eligible land or site access sequence. Okay, so in the first condition we made it as B, right, for sales scale. So here no changes are required. So same document fields are fine. Okay, so no changes are required in the access sequence here. Okay. So I'm trying to create a new condition type ZI22. So that is eligible land or site. Okay, so our access sequence is ZI22. Okay, so everything remains same in condition type. Everything is same. Only the access sequence changes. Similarly, you can create for metal group. So this condition is for metal group ZI23. Material exclusion. Second, okay, understand. And defining the material exclusion. Okay. So Vijay, what happened is like by default it didn't capture the source document field. So what I did is like Yeah, that I'll just go back and come once again.
Basically, this doc field is the source document.
Yeah, yeah, yes. So one second. Let's let's close on. So, so if you observe here, I selected the access, that is nothing but you can have multiple, right? So 10, 20, okay, based on the requirement. So I selected them when I click on fields. So it says selected document field for this one, okay? It said like that and it didn't fill the source field, okay?
Mm-hmm.
For that, what I did is like I will just select it and we can go to the field catalog. Okay? Here it will have all the fields. So I was searching for this. This is the exclusion field, KEXCL underscore D. Okay, I selected it and I saved it. So this is our access sequence. Okay, I'm just trying to copy and insert condition. So that is the 24 material exclusion. This was at 24. This part
What about
this part will, I'm just not sure actually. For now, we'll keep it like this. Give me 1 second. Sorry, 1 second.
okay? Hi, is this Amit? The other?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just one second. My name is Vijay.
Yeah, so we'll define the rebate conditions similarly. Okay, so here we already have it. We have the NCD customer. Okay, ZI25 customer rebate percentage. So I'm using the same table here. Okay, 513 we can use, but access sequence we can't do it, right? Why? Because for this is the main eligible condition which we have kept as B, right? So agreement type as B. So the same thing we can't use for step 5. Okay. So this for the first condition we kept as B, right? So but in this condition it should be open. So we can't use the same access sequence.
But this is not determination one. I think this is the rebate rate maintenance one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to put there because
No, we are
we're
not.
not
We are not.
determining here?
We are not determining anything. We are just passing it to the next condition here.
Yeah.
Here we are not determining anything. So what happens is like the increment determined here. So it will be passing. Okay.
Yeah.
for this one, the customer is passed to this one, Sunil?
Yeah, both agreement and customer. System will pass both agreement and customer. Yeah, once we see the pricing, we'll get clear understanding. Sorry. So if you see here, what we did is like you're telling for all the rebate conditions, condition class should be A. Okay. So here you're saying that is a discount or surcharge. Okay. So if it is a price condition, so similar to PR00 and SD, so actual price condition, so then it will be B. Okay. So others we can use based on the requirement. H as H will be using in our mistakes, right? So that's based on if it's a tax condition, MWST or something like that, then we will be using D. Okay, like that. So here, in our example, we are trying to give customer rebate percentage, right? So that is the reason I'm selecting calculation type as A percentage. Okay, so 0.25. Similarly, we can. So can we continue tomorrow? Is that fine? In the meantime, I'll just finish this thing, these conditions also.
Okay.
Samit,
Yeah, tell me.
can we continue tomorrow? In the meantime, I'll complete these conditions also, and then tomorrow we can directly go into the other configuration.
Okay. So this customer rebate and all, no. So
Yeah,
those things. Okay. Percentage I put. But is there any like see those see is we can have percentage and quantity and it should take from the agreement itself. Why you are putting uh, but even though you're putting percentage you want to say can it be overwritten in agreement itself?
sorry.
Let's say I
This
put percentage there in customer rebate, but
no,
in
here
agreement
value. One second. Here saying this is only a description actually. So that is only the description. The value, actual value, will be maintaining in the agreement rule only, right? Few
yeah, that
percent.
I got no, that I got it. What I'm trying
Okay.
to say, mm, okay, whether it is okay, so even though you're putting in config it is percentage or this one, but let's say in the agreement I'm maintaining calculation type C. In that case, it will override. Am I right? It will override
Yeah. Yes.
from the
Yes.
config
Yeah.
from the agreement maintenance itself. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah. So what we are discussing, Vijay, is like in the configuration. So it's 24. So what we are basically discussing is like here in the configuration we are saying that it is a percentage calculation is percentage. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
Right.
we want to change it to dollar per unit or something else, flat rebate or something. Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, in the agreement we'll have one field calculation type. So if we just change it, the same field will be there in agreement rules. So if you change it there, it will change accordingly. So here we basically define as percentage, but if you want to maintain as quantity, in agreement we can keep this as C and we can maintain a dollar per unit rebate in the agreement. That's what we are trying to understand here. Okay, we'll see
Okay.
that. Yeah, we'll see that how it works. Don't worry. Yeah.
basically you're saying whatever you define at agreement level, that takes precedence.
Yeah,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes, sir. Yes. Okay. Thank you, guys. Yeah, we'll connect tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.